Lighting is not just about making things visible. It's the essence of storytelling, mood, and realism in 3D design. In this comprehensive tutorial, we'll take a deep dive into Blender's lighting system, explore every tool and technique, and build up from the basics to advanced lighting setups. If you've ever felt stuck or overwhelmed by lighting, this guide will walk you through it all step by step. Step 1. Why lighting matters in 3D design. Before opening Blender, let's reflect on the importance of lighting. Mood and emotion. Lighting sets the tone. Bright and soft lighting feels cheerful, while dark, moody lighting can feel dramatic or mysterious. Realism. Lighting creates depth, shadow, and texture, making your renders feel tangible. Guiding the viewer. Proper lighting draws attention to your subject, helping the audience focus on key elements. Think of lighting as the silent narrator in your scene. It tells a story without saying a word. Step 2. Setting up your Blender scene. When you open Blender, you're greeted with a basic scene: a cube, a light, and a camera. Here's how to prepare this for lighting experiments. 1. Switch to rendered view. Press Z, hover over rendered, and select it. This mode lets you see how lighting interacts with your objects in real time. 2. Clear the scene. Delete the default cube if you want to start fresh. Add a new object to light up, such as a sphere or a Suzanne monkey mesh. 3. Check your render engine. Go to the Render Properties tab and choose either Eevee for real-time rendering or Cycles for photorealistic results. Each engine handles lighting differently. Step 3. The types of lights in Blender. Blender offers 4 primary light types. Let's go step by step through their functions and ideal use cases. Point light. Emits light in all directions like a bulb. Use case. Adding localized lighting in small areas, such as lamps or candles. Key settings. Power. Adjust brightness. For small scenes, start with 50 to 100 watts. Radius. Increases or decreases the softness of shadows. Sunlight. Mimics sunlight with parallel rays. Use case. Outdoor scenes or when you need consistent directional lighting. Key settings. Strength. Default is 1. Adjust depending on your scene's needs. Angle. Smaller angles create sharper shadows. Larger angles soften them. Spotlight. A cone-shaped light, like a flashlight or spotlight. Use case. Dramatic effects or highlighting specific objects. Key settings. Spot size. Adjust the cone size to focus or spread the light. Blend. Smooth the cone's edges for a softer look. Area light. Produces soft, even lighting from a flat surface. Use case. Product renders or large, even lighting for interiors. Key settings. Size. Bigger lights create softer shadows. Step 4. Adding and positioning lights. How to add lights. 1. Press Shift plus AB light, choose your light type. 2. Position the light using G grab. To move it, R. Rotate to aim it, and S scale to adjust its size for area lights. Where to place lights. Good lighting placement depends on your scene. A few tips. Place your main light, key light, at an angle to the subject for dramatic shadows. Avoid placing lights directly above or below objects unless you're going for a specific effect. Experiment with distances. Closer lights create more dramatic fall-off. Step 5. Using HDRIs for natural lighting. HDRIs, high dynamic range images, are a game changer for creating realistic lighting. They simulate light from real-world environments. How to add an HDRI. 1. Go to the World Properties tab. 2. Under Surface, click the yellow dot next to Color and select Environment Texture. 3. Load an HDRI image. Download one for free from Polyhaven. Why use HDRIs? They provide realistic reflections. They eliminate the need for multiple light sources. They make your renders look professional with minimal effort. Customizing the HDRI. Use the mapping node in the shader editor to rotate the HDRI. This adjusts how the environment light hits your scene. Step 6. Shadows and reflections. Shadows. Shadows bring depth and realism to your scene. In Blender, enable contact shadows in the light properties to enhance details. Use soft shadows by increasing the size of your light source, especially for area lights. Reflections. Add a plane beneath your object and assign it a glossy material. This acts as a reflective surface. Adjust the roughness in the material settings for sharper or blurrier reflections. Step 7. Artistic lighting techniques. 3-point lighting. The foundation of professional lighting setups. 1. Key light, the main light source. Position it at a 45 degrees angle to the subject. 2. Fill light. Softer light placed on the opposite side to reduce harsh shadows. 3. Backlight. A light behind the subject to create separation from the background. Colored lighting. Adding color to your lights can drastically change the mood of your scene. Use warm colors for cozy settings. Use cool colors for modern or futuristic scenes. Rim lighting. Position a light behind your object to create a glowing outline, making the subject pop against the background. Step 8. Advanced lighting effects. Volumetric lighting. Create atmosphere with fog or mist. 1. Add a cube around your scene. 2. Apply a volume scatter shader in the shader editor. 3. Adjust the density for subtle or dramatic effects. Emissive objects. Make objects glow by applying an emission shader to their material. This is perfect for neon signs or glowing objects. IES profiles. Download IES light profiles to replicate real-world light patterns, such as those from street lamps or ceiling fixtures. Step 9. Testing and fine-tuning. 1. Use rendered view. See real-time changes as you adjust lights. 2. Test different angles. Move your lights around to find the most flattering positions. 3. Save presets. Once you find a lighting setup you like, save it as a Blender file to reuse in future projects. Step 10. Rendering your scene. Once your lighting is perfect. 1. Switch to cycles for the most realistic results. 2. Increase the samples in the render properties for better quality. 3. Enable denoising to clean up noise in your final render. Lighting is both an art and a science. By understanding the tools and techniques available in Blender, you can take your 3D renders to the next level. Don't be afraid to experiment. Sometimes, the best lighting setups come from happy accidents. Keep practicing, and let your scenes shine.